Hello, the game is Temtem, and in this video I'm going to talk about a new team that is going to be the super extra easy mode for the Kinu camp, the camp that has the best money in the end game currently, where you can make 10k plus per hour easy. This new team is a variation from my previous video where I was utilizing Nidrasil and Kinu. If you have not seen that, check it out. It has a lot of good information. Some of it might not be in this video because I don't want to keep repeating the Excel spreadsheet stuff. So for this team, we will be utilizing Nidrasil again. Nidrasil's key trait that we need to utilize in this team is Try Apothecary. When you attack a target, it gets poisoned for 3 turns with any ability that you attack with. If you attack an ally, it regenerates that ally for 3 turns. Now this in the last group or team is what I was utilizing to put the 3 stacks of poison. I was not utilizing this for the regen, I was utilizing Kinu. But in this case, we're going to be using this to regen our tank. So Nidrasil will no longer be the tank. Saku will be our new tank. He is extremely resistant in this area, and I'll go into why we will be utilizing him and changing the dynamic of the team. I was getting complaints in my other video that the Wiplumps were a problem and they were doing high damage and taking out the Temtem tank. So if you see here, you're resistant to wind, you're resistant to plant, you're resistant to water, and that's pretty much everything that you're going to come across in this camp. And aside from Saku's tankiness, the primary reason why we want to utilize him instead of Nidrasil is for Nidrasil ability. This synergizes with a toxic ally to put 4 stacks of poison, so it's 1 stack better than the previous method. By utilizing Saku as our new Chonky Boi tank, he is going to be much more resistant to wind and water attacks, and he's also going to be able to put 4 stacks onto the mob that you're fighting. So he's going to have your lure equipment on, so everybody attacks him. He's going to barely take any damage, and he's going to be the one putting the poison stacks on the mobs. You'll utilize Nidrasil to trigger his 4 stacks, and also you can utilize Nidrasil as the healer, and I'll show you how as we fight. So here we have the dreaded double Wiplump, which we would have previously ran from. No problem now, easy mode. I'll put Nidrasil on the Wiplump, and then I will put Spore on Saku to trigger my ally heal for 3 ticks. Note throughout this fight how tanky Saku is. He will take no damage. The 3-tick heal will do more healing than is needed. Now the Nidrasil will synergize with Nidrasil, who has Toxic as well, and that will give it the 4 stacks. Alright, next round, so it drops down to 3 stacks, and I'm just going to start throwing cards at it. Saku also has an egg move available called Lifeful Sap, which heals him for 10% of his health for 7 ticks or 7 durations. I find that I don't need that, and Nidrasil is plenty enough healing for him, and then I could utilize Saku fully for putting 4 stack dots on the other Temtem. I missed both cards and that happens, but look, here comes the dreaded Blizzard, 2 of them, and barely does any damage. And this is the benefit with having these extra stacks of poison. I still have 2 stacks left, so I'm just going to keep throwing cards at it. The Temtem in this water level are the hardest to catch currently in the game, so sometimes you're not going to catch them on the first shot. This isn't utilizing Wiplumps in the fire camp area where you catch them almost every single card every single time. They're low value, and they're easier to catch. These are much harder to catch, so sometimes it'll take 2, 3, 4, 5 cards to catch these. The point is to be able to have a group that can sustain the damage and stay out here forever until you run out of cards, and to try to use as least cards as you can by utilizing debuffs that stay around. So I'm just going to throw Nidrasil on the remaining Wiplump, and then I tried to decide, should I throw a card? But I was like, no, I'll just throw Spores on Saku to heal him, instead of wasting my turn. That way he's healed up and ready for the next round. So at this point he has 3 stacks of poison on him, and I'll just keep throwing cards until I catch him. And nice, got a 50 for the bank. So let's go ahead and do another battle. I know you all like to see multiple battles in a video so you can scroll through them and learn. We'll go ahead and throw Urushiol on one of the targets. It doesn't matter which. Previously, I would say focus on the Wiplump because they could do more damage, but with Saku as the tank, it doesn't matter. Just pick one of the targets and then throw spores on your Saku. So now that we have 4 stacks on our Wiplump, I'm just going to utilize the next round to throw cards. I'm going to utilize both my Temtems to throw cards instead of just one. Now, if I do happen to catch the Wiplump on the first card, it will probably waste the other card on the Yukama, but at least it gives you a chance to catch him without having to do anything. I'd rather toss 2 and potentially waste the card than try to like dot the Yukama, and then the Yukama's falling in health and falling in stacks while I'm dealing with a potential problem or hard to catch Wiplump. So nice, we got him in 2 cards, so that worked out perfectly. I think one of my commenters mentioned that the Wiplumps were averaging like 1.5 or 2 cards per capture when they were capturing these Wiplumps with stacks of poison. 1 Ukama left, so we'll just toss the stacks on him and toss the heal on Saku and then throw cards at him. Simple, easy, brain dead, the way I like it. At the risk of sounding a little elitist, this is the endgame camp currently. This is the best moneymaker. You do got to bring your big boy pants when you come here. You can't really come here willy-nilly with a crappy team and expect good results. If you want a very easy camp with a very easy team, I highly suggest double Wiplumps at the Fire Temtem. One of the reasons why I picked this video to show you is because this guy did fight me. He resisted and resisted and resisted, and in the end, he died, and I lost. And I lost all that time, I lost all the cards, and I didn't capture him and gain any money out of it. And that does happen. You do need to try to fight for efficiencies in this camp. This is a more advanced team to put together. Nidrasil you have to capture and then evolve, so that takes time. Saku, pretty simple to get what you need out of him unless you do want his egg move, and then you're going to have to either breed him or buy him bread and then level him up. So there you go, this is the best team I've found so far, but who knows what I find tomorrow. It seems like every other day I'm finding a new efficiency or a new method of doing something. So if you like this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of this content, see if I find out anything later, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope you enjoyed the video and it was easy to understand and comprehend everything. Give me your feedback in the comments. I do appreciate comments, and I will see you in the next video.